Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you for checking out this video. So what I'm going to be showing you today is this beautiful painting. I just completed it and I'm going to show you how I did it. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1, hit it. Today what I'm going to be doing is a guitar with the Texas flag on it. I'm going to try to make it a little rugged, add some texture to it. If you have any questions, let me know. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have a whole bunch of other videos. Some are instructional and some are just time-lapse. A little bit of everything. And please support and like this video as well. Let's get started. Right now what I'm doing is just adding a base. So what I'm gonna do is add a lighter blue, and that will be the base for what I'm trying to do. I'm still trying to think how to do this. Like I said, I want to do some kind of distress look. So I'm thinking maybe laying the lighter blue first, and then go from there. And the reason I cover that side, because a lot of times you know when you're working with the paint, it'll splash over, especially where those colors are going to be lighter. Just don't, you'll get like a little speck in it. I mean, you can take it out, but sometimes, especially as an artist, you can kind of still see it. So I'm just trying to prevent that from happening as much as possible anyways. So let's see what we get out of this. And the paint that I'm using, there's going to be several different ones, but in several different brands. But this one is Craftsmart. They're very inexpensive, and I get them at Michael's. You can also find similar brands at Walmart, Joann's Fabric, Hobby Lobby, places like that. So, there's a caveat to it. Some of these, as you can see, you have to do a couple of coats just because some of the colors are very translucent. This is the base, so it's not a big deal, but I definitely want to do at least another coat after this dries. Like I said, some of these paints, they can range in price between $3 to $4, maybe $5, depending where you get them at. They do have little bottles, such as this one, and these, again, depending on if it's gloss or metallic, they can run you anywhere from 60-70 cents all the way up to maybe $1.50. If you're just doing one painting, maybe it's just worth just getting the little one. But if you feel you may want to keep practicing and stuff, then I would highly recommend just getting one of the bigger ones, and it'll be a little more cost effective for you. All right, so I think it's now time to add the red part of the flag. So I have red here, crimson, and I have pumpkin orange. What I'm thinking about doing is adding the orange as the base, and then work from there. All right, so now that's just pretty dry, so I had to switch to a different spot for me to paint, so I can still get the camera angle correctly. So I'm thinking about using these two brushes, and I foresee it's going to be quite a few layers to get the grunge look, especially with red going over orange. So I'm going to be using a lot of water to dilute the red and just kind of create some kind of watercolory type of look. And then, like I said, I anticipate it's gonna be many layers. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wet this brush and then just dip it straight from the cap and then just start playing around. All right, so this layer is dry. Right now it looks like crap, to be honest. And that's how, it typically is when you're still in the beginning stages. And, this is where a lot of people may give up, because it looks like crap and, it's not coming out the way they wanted to. That's the thing. You have to keep adding on to it and keep building it and keep building it. And hopefully, it'll eventually turn out to be where I want it to be or close to it. So I'm gonna start adding the second layer again. And what I'm doing, I'm just taking a fine brush this time and just going a little darker. So I'm gonna be going back and forth between a wash and then dark and just, maybe a different tone of red, just to build it up. All right, so now that it's dry, I'm thinking about doing a red wash now over the entire thing, just to, tone down that orange and make it a little more reddish now. So let's get started on that. So I think I'm gonna wet the canvas first, just in case. All right, so now I'm gonna take some Mediterranean blue, my Craft Smart, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. All right, so now I'm gonna take some of the indigo blue. I got this at Michael's, and I thought the color was just great to do projects with the Texas flag. So that's the reason why I got this one. So I'm gonna do that part now. I don't know if you can see the capture it on camera. It's really pretty blue. All right, I was just using the lighter blue. I just found this one that I also have, the neon blue. So I'm gonna add some of that and do a wash and see how that looks. I just wanna do different shades of blue and just kind of get a feel and see how it turns out. I'm gonna add some like a darker red and do a couple of lines like that just to add a little more dimension. All right, so I think I'm gonna use some of this saffron yellow to paint this, and then add some a pattern to that. The next step I'm gonna do is tape all around this, and then I'm gonna use a sponge and create a pattern, so that adds a little more dimension to it. All right, so I'm gonna take some orange paint, put it on this plate, and then take one of these sponges and then just start dabbing around, again creating a pattern. Now I'm gonna take some espresso paint, so it's a really dark brown, and do the same thing. All right, so now I'm gonna go back and go over it with some of the yellow that was on the base and lighten it up a little bit. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some black paint and clean up all these edges and make them straight. So I'm just gonna use pretty much like a black outline just to make that part stand out, and it just add more dimension and colors to it. All right, so I'm gonna start working on the white part of the flag, and in order to do that, I need to be careful now, that some of the white doesn't splash over here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start masking all around, just to avoid some of that. All right, so we're coming to an end. So, but I need to figure out what to do on the back. And what I was thinking about is creating different geometrical shapes, especially like squares, rectangles, things like that. And then each one will be a different shade of either gray or black or white, just to break it up. And then, so on this side, I have mostly grays. And then on that side, I have darker grays and black. A lot of it is just going along and just as you see the squares, which one looks better, white or gray or whatnot, different shades of grays. So let's get started on that part. So it's almost the same gray that I used for the white part of the flag. I just mixed a little bit more, and just gonna do this side. All right, so now I'm gonna start adding a black outline on the guitar, so that way that part stands out. All right, so I'm pretty much done with this one. I'm just doing a couple little detail stuff like erasing some of the pencil marks, or if I see something where it needs a little touch up, I'm doing that. And then the next step is to spray it, with a varnish. And that's pretty much it. So I think it came out really cool. If you have any questions or anything like that, please let me know. Do remember to subscribe to my channel and like my video. Please support. I have other videos that I have posted. I have quite a few of them, whether it's instructional videos or just stuff like this. Check them out. Until next time.